Hey, it's Brent from the Build Run Kit here to show you our platform that we're so proud of. Um, I thought it best to start on the landing page, which is the first place you should visit because I think we do a better job than most at really educating people about what's in the platform. So I'm going to leave that as a task for you and two other tasks. One, please like this video, and two, please subscribe to our YouTube channel because we need to grow a little bit of audience so that people can learn what we're about. So, not going to spend a lot of time here. Please check out the homepage, but let's just jump right in and log in once we've signed up or signed into the platform. Here's our app dashboard, and this is what I want to kind of go through the pieces of in a very quick manner. We have, if you look on our YouTube channel, we have a product overview playlist, which this is going to be on. But then also there's a little bit of a deeper dive about everything that we're going to talk about. So I'm just going to blaze through so that this video doesn't end up being an hour long and tell you that the tools that we have are meant for both aspiring founders and people that already have businesses to run their team and their business under one platform without a lot of subscriptions. So we don't pretend to do anything. I don't have an accounting system and I don't plan to create one, but we do have kind of the basics of what a small business needs in order to operate and collaborate with their team, including founder tools, which we'll look at. We've got a CRM, an invoicing application, a projects application, and the one of my favorite things about the platform is the strategy hub, which is your replacement for Jira and Confluence and a lot of other things if you happen to be a dev team or managing a product. So let's just jump right in and go down the list. We're on the dashboard here. And the first thing that we see are the startup launch journeys. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new one. Or well, I'll show you how to create a new one, which is just really use an existing brand or create without a brand and what you want to call your um, journey. But I'm going to start here on this food truck one that I already made. And I'm not, again, going to go through all the details. And there is a really good video about the startup launch journey that you should go through. But you should just know that this is our guidance to you, the founder, of how to even start, even if you don't know what business you want to launch and you just need an idea and to start running with it. This is where you can go and get through all of those things that you didn't know about starting a business and get guidance. Let us tell you or help you figure out who your ideal personas are for your business. Let us help you make your brand and pick a color palette and identify the voice of your um, business. And let us help you figure out how to set up an LLC in um, California or wherever you are and think through the different business decisions that you need to make while you're setting up. And then let us help you with the go to market stage, like of your business, figuring out what's your messaging and positioning and how are you going to reach the customers that you need in order to make your business successful. So this is a really valuable exercise. Probably even if your business is already running, you would get something out of it. At the end, you'll get a package that you can take away, and you'll hopefully be a lot longer along the journey of starting your business. So let's move on from there. The next thing on the stack is the brand. Now, our branding system is not, it's probably just what you need as a small business person. It's not really complicated. It's just a little bit about the description and your targets and colors and logos, and that's it. So moving on, um, we have a lot of productivity tools, and you'll see this list growing and growing. Just a few tools that we think are helpful for business people and marketers. And um, I have to reiterate that this list is going to grow because we already have about, I would say, another 40 tools in the pipeline that we'll be releasing over time here. Saved outputs is where you can find the documents that you create, for example, in the startup launch journey that we just looked at. Strategy Hub is our answer to like Jira or Confluence or any task taking application like Monday.com or ClickUp. Well, to go along with ClickUp, we also have a separate project application, but for tasks, issues, strategy, note taking, we have that all in one place. So, again, directing you back to our playlist for the product overview, there's a good deep dive on the Strategy Hub, but I'll just take you through tasks. We have tasks for every reason. If this were a development team that for our training and demo company, were a software company, we'd probably have one here for the work of developing the current product. Um, so the main view in your task boards is a Kanban board, which I just find so helpful to move stuff, recategorize it, reprioritize it, see what's critical, and work through my work. Problem boards I won't spend much time on, but this is just kind of like another set of task boards, exactly the same, except just psychologically separate, right? Because they're problems, not they're issues we're resolving, not work that we're doing. Thought boards are uh, just a place to whiteboard, a place to capture your thoughts and brainstorm, and you know, you could develop new ideas or just work through complex problems on a team. Um, and so, moving on to relationships, a relationship board is really just a way to kind of document how things fit together. I use one for planning my organization tree, like the people that I'm going to hire next and what positions are open and who reports to whom and stuff like that. So that's relationships. And we have mind maps. If you're a business coach, you particularly know what I'm talking about. Like mind maps are a great place to map ideas and just kind of fit things together in any sort of way. This is a really powerful app for brainstorming, and if you know, you know, but it's worth learning about. And then Simple Notes is our note taking application. So each one of these boards can have a number of notes in it. So this is cool because it sort of lets you categorize your notes in a similar way to, say, OneNote or any tab-based Evernote or any tab-based note-taking application. So it's really organized, and then within each board, you can have as many notes as you want. And if you saw that little loading that happened at the first, just know that like once you've looked at a note, it's not gonna load from the server again for a while. So we have some caching and smart things that we do to make your work as efficient as possible. And so moving on, so that's the strategy hub. And then onto our productivity applications, just we'll start out in Goldilocks CRM. The Goldilocks applications are named to that way just with the idea of things are just right. We don't want to be enterprise. We want, well, I mean, certainly our applications could serve an enterprise, but as we know, our enterprise applications tend to overcomplicate things. I don't know if you've ever been in Zoho CRM or Salesforce, but there's just a lot more than most businesses need to work with here. So we've tried to stick to the basics. And we have, of course, a dashboard, so you can get a holistic look at your business and what's going on, where your sales pipeline is. I mean, what deals you have and kind of in what stages and the revenue that's coming in. This is a great look for a manager. Um, um, Again, a great deep dive video on this in our product overview playlist. So I just want to show you that we have our Contacts can be tagged, and this comes in really handy when you're trying to search for certain ones, or like if I want to just look at my customers, and then also for exporting to use in your email automation apps or whatever. And then our deals, again, great view for management to be able to look at all the deals across the organization. Here's a great place for me to mention workspaces. If you have separate sales teams, for example, that don't need to be seeing each other's work, then the whole entire BuildRunKit suite is based on workspaces as a way to just give people the access to the information that they need. So you won't see a lot of clutter here from other teams or data sets that you don't need or have permission to access. So deals, by the way, I heard that some people think deals are like promotions or something like that. No, deals are opportunities. So these are just capturing like some guy called and wants a website redesign. So we captured an opportunity for it and we worked through the sales process. All right. And then pipeline is another view of those deals about like where they're sitting in the pipeline. Where is the revenue? We see we've lost a couple of deals. Why? Let's dig into that. And oops, here's the one that makes that we won and it feels really good, right? And then we have a weighted value, which I find really valuable because it sort of takes the likelihood, like this 20% right here that you see, uh, means that that it's not very likely that this deal would close. So not a lot of its revenue is reflected here in the weighted value. Now, if we go to tasks, you can see tasks in a dashboard for each deal or contact, but then you can also just see all of them here. Same to do with the activities, which are the calls and notes about activities and meetings that you've had with your customer. So that's all I've got to say about CRM. Again, check out the deep dive. Now on to projects. Projects is great because uh, it's a milestone-based project application. And for those of you who aren't project people, a milestone is kind of like a piece within a project, like a major goal within a project. So let's look at the website redesign for Tech Vision. So we have a lot of milestones, which are things that we need to complete here. And within each of those, we have tasks that we need to do. And those are seen here in Kanban. And again, deep dive on this in our product overview playlist. So I won't spend a lot of time there. I will just say that we can, as somebody managing the whole organization, it's kind of cool for me to be able to see all of the milestones across all projects and then start drilling in if I want to by status and see what's overdue, for example. Then same to go with tasks. We can see tasks across the whole organization and um, and then of course filter in all sorts of ways. Um, all of our tasks are unassigned right now, so that's why you don't see anybody in this list to filter by assignee. And same with activities. The activities comes in handy because they're actually, in this case, in the projects application, it's sort of like an audit log. Like if I'm wondering, where's my milestone that I thought I had in this mobile app development? It's been deleted. Oh, I can see who maybe did that. And so once again, go to the deep dive. Let's move on to our invoicing application. And we'll spend a little bit of time here just mentioning that it's really cool to see kind of like some of the latest activity in our business here on the dashboard. And we can see our invoices and their status and can easily zoom in on what needs work, right? Like some of these overdue ones. And then with customers, we can look into a customer's whole relationship with us, all of their invoices in one list, how much outstanding revenue we have that we're waiting on from them, and we can download a statement, create a new invoice. And of course, items are the things that we put on our invoices that we sell. We can pre-create those or create them on the fly. And so again, deep dive to learn more about Goldilocks invoice. I hope that you will log in at www.buildrunkit.com. And I also hope to see you signing up soon. Or you can email me, Brent at buildrunkit.com. And I'm more than happy to meet with you or answer any questions that you have or customize a package for your team to be able to use our products. Thank you.